it. Oh my God, do it. Oh, you're gonna love it. And what I do is, of course, I use always the same aged urine, and I'm never gonna discard it because it's alive. Like I said, now repeating myself, but it takes care of purifying itself continuously and forever young, forever immortal, and all that stuff, and perfecting and, you know, reaching illumination, same as you. You know? So after like maybe a week, I pour it into another container through a filter of cloth. Because there is not just the waste that comes to the surface that I scoop it out, but there are sediments that sink to the bottom.
Okay. Yeah.
And that also I separate. You mentioned that you're not afraid of sediments, and some people use it, sniff it or snort it, or I don't, because in my experience, I have seen that the sediments is the encapsulated toxins. Like, you know, the body, how does this mucus forms in the body? It's the white blood cells that encapsulates the bacteria or toxins or whatever should not be in the body in order to contain it, to control it, and to dump it out, you know? And so this is the same taking place in the urine. I see it very clearly. And some people don't understand it, you know, they think, no, it's hormuz or it's something useful. But I have understood it because I have really taken my time to observe it and to really, understand, and by also trying it and testing it, becoming the scientist myself. And I realized the urine is full of stem cells. And these stem cells, some of them turn into white blood cells, you know, as it's needed, you know, when the body of water, the urine is so intelligent, it recognizes there are toxicity here, there is toxins, there are waste residues, bacteria, whatever needs to be encapsulated. So, okay, some stem cells, now you turn into white blood cells and you encapsulate them. And this is why these sediments sink to the bottom. They are white in color, and they are also like mucus. It's like the same mucus that your body uses to eliminate waste. So why would you put it back into you? Of course, it's okay. It's harmless if you put it back because your body is so intelligent and so perfect, so efficient that it can get rid of that again. You recycle anyways, you know. There are much bigger ways that you're putting with food, with really heavy plates, you know. If it can deal with that, it can deal with the little bit of sediments that you have snorted or whatever, you know. But I wouldn't snort it also because I have, just for experimenting, for observing it, I collected all these sediments and I put it in one jar, like from many, many, many jars that I had. And it was like a whole bottle full of this sediment, slimy white stuff, you know? Oh my God.
It smelled bad?
It started stinking like hell, like really sewage water.
Oh, boy.
And that gave me an indication, you know, if something is getting so foolish, it's smelling so horrid, it's already telling you that this is not the way. This is not where the love is, or love would never take such a form. So, but in contrary, the urine, the clear urine, that is water that becomes clear, crystal clear, without these sediments, when you separate it, this loses all the bad smell. It loses all the bad smell, and it turns even into a heaven-like fragrance. So there you see that it is showing you what am I, what is really useful, what is the good stuff, and what is the stuff you should discard. I remember when I kept this bottle of the sediments because I had the idea, okay, I'm going to get a microscope and I'm going to look into the microscope and really study it. What is it, you know? But then I had it like for a couple of weeks, and when I opened it, it was, and it was in my garden too, but when I opened it, it was smelling the entire
neighborhood.
the entire neighborhood. I swear to you,
Oh
the
my
entire
God.
neighborhood, I got so embarrassed. It was like I had opened the sewage system and like all the sewage water, it was coming out. It was just this tiny bottle. It was like a bomb. Yeah. If you want to have a bomb, throw a bomb and to someone, then yes, collect the sediments.
So this
but
actually
not
like,
to put it into your body.
Okay. I mean, now that you explained it, it makes so much sense to me, because sometimes, like when I don't filter my aged urine bottle, it stinks the same way. But I want to test it, and I want to remove the slimy stuff at the bottom, the sediment, with a strainer, and then see how the rest of it smells. Because
you will see. That's the key to get rid of the bad smell, when you remove the waste. Oh, how beautiful.
This is like my beauty elixir bottle.
Oh, I love it.
I put it in a nice, bottle glass, because I want to feel like it's my beauty lotion. So I use this in my bedroom as a toner on my face and stuff. And I filtered it, I think, but I still see it here. But the thing is, after filtering it, I noticed, especially when it contacts my skin, to me, aged urine really smells like roses.
Yeah, it's true. It starts smelling really like that. Yeah, to me too.
Love the smell of it, especially I mean, if it drops on an inorganic surface to maybe on the floor or somewhere else where it doesn't absorb and utilize, then it's maybe stinks a little bit. But if it's touching my skin, and my skin is observing and using and making it go metabolic reactions, then it's smells so good, so clean, like roses. I just want to
yeah, really
myself.
Yes, I love it. It's even aphrodisiac. No, but I don't want people to come after us oh, you told me it smelled like roses and now I'm stinking when I go outside with the urine on my skin or my hair, because it takes a while for you to see the full transformation. Because if your body is still toxic, then there is this waste material in your aged urine, and it's gonna stink for a while it goes through the process of purification. So be patient and allow it to really have its time of purifying. Same like the body. When you start cleansing your body, also you start stinking, you start sweating, and it's you start really, because you're dumping out the garbage. But you have to be trusting the process and allowing it to take place, and stop putting more garbage inside. That's also very important. But you don't need to worry about that in the urine. It's anyways fasting. You're not putting more food in it. So that's the advantage of keeping the urine isolated, in a container. So the process of purification of detox is going to be really fast. And maybe in 1 month or 2 months, you can see. And if you do that, you can see how it changes it loses all the bad smell. And if you do that, what I said, that remove the sediments, that put it in a new container through a cloth, that you make sure that you separate the sediments and you discard them. Right. Then it starts much sooner, showing you what a heavenly elixir it can be. Oh my goodness. And also you were holding it in your hands like this. I reminded me, wow, this is something really powerful that I want to give a tip for everyone and for you to really hold your urine and love it, send it love every day. You know what happened? Yeah, because love is the most, as I said before, we said this is the number one medicine, the transformational powerful force. So love is really the first ingredient. What happened to me was I had my aged urine for maybe already 2 months sitting in a big container, a beautiful container like yours. But it was not changing color. It was still looking very much like the first day. And then one day, I don't know, it came to me that I wanted to hold the container and say, thank you. Aww. So beautiful, thank you. Because I was always passing through by it, but not giving it any attention. an unwanted child. I don't know. I felt like alone. All of a sudden, I felt like it needed some love. And I did this, Tuje. I connected with it really from my heart. I swear to God, the next day,
turned brown?
It was black.
Oh my God, black? Not even brown?
In one day, I was like, I had to take a double check. Like, I was like, what? Wow. When did this turn black? What? I mean, not black, but very dark. Very dark brown.
Wow.
From one day to the other, it got illuminated.
Oh my God.
Because black, the color, this color is the ultraviolet. It's the color of illumination. Because if you put all the colors of the rainbow, you mix them together, what do you have?
Black, yeah.
Ultraviolet, black is this very dark. So it is the whole spectrum of the light. It shows you, it's not white. We have been taught everything upside down. Everything is the inverted version of really the truth. It's not the white light that you need to follow. The real light is in the dark matter, in the black, That's why also all this stigma against black people, black skin, darkness. No, forget about it. It's in this, actually, this is your true being. It's in silence, in dark, where you connect to you. You don't need to be afraid of black, of darkness, because that's really, the illumination is there. And that's why urine is also teaching us this truth, because it's turning black. When it illuminates itself, it reaches this state of total illumination, harnessing all the spectrum of the light. It turns black.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's such an incredible wisdom. I love it. And I'm thinking, like, even like darker skin, I guess due to the melatonin, it absorbs more light. The dark hair,
it shows that it's more light. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
It's already high vibrating at that level where it's, like you say, it harnesses more light. It contains more light. And I strongly feel that, like, my urine is showing me right there in front of my eyes, I'm going to turn black as well. Like my urine. If my urine has turned black when it got purified, when it got through a very long fasting period, my skin is also gonna, because this is my plasma, this is the water running through my body. If the water running through my body, I can see that it turns black when it potentizes itself, it purifies itself. The same water making up my cells, my skin, everything is gonna turn black, and automatically I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna be also a negrita, black woman. I love it.
Yes, I love it too. I mean, this is such incredible wisdom. Thank you so much for sharing, because I've never heard this, before. But my friend Karen here says, darkness is the source of all light. Light is fragmented darkness. The womb prepared you for dark.
Exactly.
Seed grows in dark.
Thank you.
Yeah, the seed grows in dark too, and the womb is dark. It's all so connected. Now we are putting the pieces of puzzles together.